to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see them as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
I do think that works. Esme, I believe my co-host will be here momentarily as he is having some technical issues, but he will be here. And so Esme, shall we introduce these fine folks today on this Integris International Business Leaders and Trailblazers Heart of Influence?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. First, from New Orleans, Louisiana, previously a lawyer for 11 years, practicing bankruptcy, business, and personal injury, a real estate, commercial litigation, and more. Real estate manager for the Port of New Orleans, developing an interest in commercial real estate and potential opportunities available in the space, using his degree and interest in international trade, advancing port and trade industries all around him. Let's welcome to the show, David Sierra. Hello, David. Welcome to the Heart of Influence. And David, Plato said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. And so we kick this game off getting to know each other with a fun fact, David. It is a headline fun fact, such as I learned to surf, ski, and scuba dive from a blind man. We might meet that blind man very soon, but it is not like a full story of, you know, when my parents in the 80s, they went first scuba diving, but they never taught me how to scuba dive. And it wasn't until 2020 that I learned to scuba. Like, we're going to skip that whole story and just go with the headline fun fact. So David, what is your fun fact?
I guess my fun fact is when I was in high school, I was in a rap group. And it was me and one other friend. We started recording, I don't know, junior year, and we would sell the albums $5 a piece around school, and it kind of branched out to other schools in the local area, New Orleans, and then we also, you know, other people got on board, and you know, we would have like rap battles with other guys in school and whatnot, and
that's a super fun fact. So David, give me one line from one of your rap songs.
If this was R-rated, I might be able to. Oh man.
So rap star turned lawyer. That is a super fun fact, David. And are you ready to have some fun today?
Oh yeah. Thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you for being here. And rolling with our rap star from Louisiana, we got from Vienna, Austria, running a consultancy business, always growing and scaling his network, adding value to those around him, business developer manager, selling aircraft parts to some of the largest manufacturers around the world in the industry for 20 plus years, developing partnerships with manufacturers and providing global ensuring support. Transaction continues with the right people and the right departments. Let's welcome to the show, Alexander Paul. Now, Alexander, I'm not sure if you also were a rap star in high school or if you've got another fun fact, but Alexander, what is your fun fact?
No, I was more in sports, and one of my fun fact I would say is my flying. I did some flying between 1996 and 2002. So one of my biggest achievement back then was obviously flying all by myself. So that was really something what gave me big self-esteem. After I think more than 40 hours PPL training that I got that flight under my belt, that was really quite exciting.
That is awesome. Well, Alexander, at the end of the show, we do this like hot seat moment, and one of the options is to take a private jet somewhere. So maybe someone will call upon you to be our pilot for that private jet. But in the meantime, Alexander, you ready to have some fun?
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Let's do it. Next up, from Hillsborough, North Carolina, spent the first 15 years after law school in regulatory compliance roles, in-house counsel for financial services companies, after working with broker-dealers, investing advisories, and insurance companies, the last 12 years as in-house transactional attorney, primarily in the IT procurement. Let's welcome to the show, Monica Lugo.
Well, real quick before my fun fact, I can actually pull in David and Alex. So, David, I grew up in the Bronx, which is known as the Boogie Down, which is known as the place where rap started. And for Alexander, my daughter is a pilot. She's had her private pilot's license since she was 18, and now she's working on her commercial pilot license.
Well done.
For me, what's a fun fact for me anyway, is I take 6 dance classes a week. I take 3 ballet classes, 2 hip hop classes, and a flamenco class. So that's my fun fact.
That is a super fun fact. So we can have a show after the show. We can have David rapping, Monica dancing, and we're going to have a show after the show. That is what I'm hearing, Monica. That is a super fun fact. And are you ready to have some fun?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Rolling with this star-studded crew today from Melbourne, Australia. Started a successful sign writing business in 1980, securing contacts with major banks, closed due to the overwhelming demand, followed by 29 years in warehousing, holding managerial roles, and headhunted to set up distribution centers, all while raising a family. Distribution centers, there we go. Distribution systems all over by raising your family. A serious health challenge in 2018 led to discovering a new process, restored his health, and now associated with a biotech company. Let's welcome to the show, Glenn Hutchinson.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Glenn. Love the accents, but Sean would say we're the ones with accents. But Glenn, wonderful to have you here. And what is your fun fact?
Well, the most fun fact that I've had would be, I'm married, I've got 2 daughters, but when my 6-year-old now granddaughter was born, that was probably the best part of my life, and really enjoy it so much.
Oh, that is beautiful. Glenn, I once read a license plate that being a grandparent is God's gift for not killing your own children.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, I love my two daughters very, very, very much. Love them very much. But the
Oh,
love of my granddaughter, unbelievable, is greater. It's amazing.
oh, that is awesome. Well, congratulations on that, Glenn. And Glenn, are you ready to have some fun?
Yes, I am, definitely.
All right, let's do it. And next up, the woman that brought us all here together from Graz, Australia, retired from managing hotels all over the world in Europe, Dubai, and the US for 12 years, led on a path of self-discovery, identity, and purpose, finding herself aligned with helping other people heal their own body, mind, soul connection. A personal trainer, health coach, and intuitive health practitioner, training and actualize people into living their healthier, wealthier lifestyle. Coaches individuals all over the world, in the US, Europe, and Africa, in person, and virtually. Let's welcome to her show, Esme Collins. Esme, welcome to your show. And Esme, what is your fun fact on your show?
Thank you so much, Bella. I appreciate all the energy. And my fun fact for today is, in light of the Super Bowl yesterday, every state that I moved to, the team of that state won the Super Bowl.
Oh, so are you saying you lived in Philadelphia?
I did, yes. 2017.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on their win yesterday, and upset, I'm sure, for some. But Esme, are you ready to have some fun in your show?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So my co-host, I think, shall be here shortly. I'll just introduce him real quickly. He is the man that Tony Robbins said no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callaghy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He's only one of two attorneys to win two top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016. The only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. And in fact, the whole state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, and Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he is an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for refugees in the Ukraine. That's my co-host, Sean Callaghy. And a little bit about myself is I started selling crafts on my parents' front lawn when I was 8 years old. And I had an incredible business model because my parents would take me to Michael's. They would buy me all my supplies. I would make these crafts and then I would sell them on my front lawn, and I got to keep all the profits. Not quite how business works today. I wish it did. I wish there wasn't this whole like cost of goods thing. We'd all be rich, but that's how it worked when I was 8 years old. I transferred those skills into network marketing. At 18 years old. By the time I was 19 years old, I was a top income earner in that network marketing company. Then went into business brokerage in Nevada. I was the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, the first and only woman ever at that time to do that, and transferred those skills into business development, sales, and training in 2019. Every company that I worked with doubled their sales in 2019. And now I'm the co-host of The Heart of Influence, co-hosting more than 1,500 episodes with more than 8,000 guests. So that's a little bit about myself, and it's wonderful to have you all here today. And what are we doing here? We are playing a game. As we said, Plato said, play a game with me for an hour and we'll learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. And, when COVID happened and the world shut down, I was like, how do we meet people? How do we get together? And all business is built on shared experiences and building relationships. So Sean created this show called The Heart of Influence, or then it was called Real Raw. Now it's called The Heart of Influence. And we play a little game on the superpower of getting yes. And so we've got David and we have Alexander in the participant seat. And so what we'll do is, Esme, if you're up for it, we'll have you step into the role player seat. And Esme will be anyone that you want her to be, that you would like to go from hello to yes on, because all business is built on the ability to get yes. So Esme will be anyone you want her to be that you would like to go from hello to yes on. This is not Wolf of Wall Street. This is not, boiler room. This is simply just a yes for a longer meeting. And so, Esme, who do you think we should kick off with?
Let's kick it off with Alex.
Let's kick it off with Alex. So, Alex, who would you like Esme to be?
The yes person.
The yes person. And what is a yes that you are seeking?
What is I'm going to seek? Is it like a buyer of a service?
Yeah, it could be a buyer for
yeah.
your service. It could be a philanthropic partner. It could be a speaking engagement, whatever meaningful yes that you're seeking.
Okay. Let's sell some airplane parts, yeah?
All right, Esme, you're in the market for some airplane parts. Take us in.
Okay, hi Esme. What kind of aircrafts are you operating in your airline?
We have I actually am the proud owner of a Cessna 1097. And yeah, we definitely need some parts because one of the wings broke and yeah.
Okay, where are you stationed? Where are you stationed with your aircraft?
And stationed currently in Graz.
Graz?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have a contract with a service provider to fix your aircraft out there?
I don't think so.
Okay. Is the aircraft belonging to a flight school, or is it privately owned?
It's my private airplane.
To your private airplane. Did you organize yourself already spare parts for anything that needs to be fixed in the past?
That usually is being taken care of by my rich uncle, and I absolutely have no clue about that.
So he might be obviously the one who will give the purchase order at the end, so that he obviously has to sign off the purchase. He needs to double check all the paperwork, needs to check that the part fits the aircraft, etc. Yeah. So based on that, I would then need obviously a list from him of the specific part or parts which are required to fix the broken wing, because it might be existing of various other individual part numbers plus chemicals possibly to fix the surface of the wing, etc. So
why would I go with you over other companies?
okay. The services, because we have a big warehouse close by to Graz, and the contract for the Cessna is one of our licensed part supplier through our company. So therefore, first of all, the stock is very close, depending on the parts needed. Obviously, we don't have everything in stock, but we will definitely endeavor to get the specific parts you need for your broken wing now on the shelf. And with us, you have the security of our relationship with the manufacturer, so that we have these parts available for you on time. Yeah. So when is your next flight planned?
Well, I gotta get back to Queens as soon as possible. So how fast can you make that happen?
Okay. Did you had a technician already look over the broken wing so that we can talk to him as well at the same time?
Yeah. Not entirely yet, and we can make that happen.
Good. Let's have that piece out of the way so that we know exactly what we need. We have the parts list available as well. We will check our inventory, and from there on, we will talk to your uncle to obviously help him to get the aircraft back up in the air.
Amazing.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Great job, Alexander. Appreciate that, getting Esme back into the air. Definitely appreciate that. We'll get to the feedbackers in just a moment. But next up, we got David. And David, who would you like Esme to be?
I would like Esme to be a potential partner in a real estate development project.
Awesome.
All right, let's take us in.
All right. Hi, Esme. How's your day going?
I'm doing phenomenal. How are you?
You're doing phenomenal. That's great. Did you team win the Super Bowl?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I'm pretty elated.
Okay, good. You stayed
How
up
about
late to
you?
celebrate. You
Yes.
feeling the drag? You feeling the Super Bowl drags currently? Um, let me ask you something, Esme. Have you always wanted to be a part of something big?
For
Would you say
sure.
you always, yeah. Would you say you always wanted to maybe build something, see something come to fruition?
All the time. I always
Oh.
envision myself building a whole empire.
And with that, do you like to see maybe people come together in a certain space and connect?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Um, and what if I told you I found a large plot of land just on the outskirts of the city, and it's right near a lake, and it's beautiful area, but undeveloped at this time, and uh, I envision a place where a multi-use district where we have residential, but also office and industrial parks and entertainment spaces, and sort of like a mini city that we can develop and bring people together. And it's a walkable place for anybody that's living there or working there, and also it's connected by passenger rail, or interstate is connected to that, to the city limits and other areas of the metropolitan area. Um, and it's got all the land entitlements right now with the local government, and zoning is fit for the intended use and so forth. And I envision like I said, a place where people come together and work, play, and are entertained, and it's a family-friendly environment as well. I have other investors on board, and like I said, I have government entitlements in place and everything. Would that be something that you would be interested in learning more about and potentially helping us grow this and develop this property?
That sounds definitely interesting. And how many people are involved besides me and you?
Currently have 3 other potential investors, 2 of them solid, one we have to maybe sway a little bit, but the funding should be there. Um, like I said, it's a beautiful site on the lake, and it's a good opportunity to grow this area. Like I said, just outside of city limits. The city is getting overcrowded at this moment, and people looking for places that, not too far away, but far enough away to get out of the maddening crowds.
Sounds incredible. Definitely have some more questions, but yes, I'm open to it.
Okay. Well, hopefully one day soon we can talk again and go into more details about everything.
Absolutely.
Hello, Sean Callaghy.
Hello, Esme. Hello, Bella Parita. Happy Mastery Monday.
Happy Mastery Monday. We are just getting to some feedbackers for our participants, and then I'll have the honor and privilege of putting you on the hot seat. So, yes.
Not hello to everybody. Happy Mastery Monday. Yes.
Happy Mastery Monday, and hello, Sean.
And so, everyone, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So we're going to give 30 seconds of feedback to Alexander and David, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a little next step. Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer meeting with Alex or David? Or maybe that next step is, you're intrigued. You'd like to have a little mocha choco latte and a little croissante for a little bit longer of a meeting. Or maybe you need to spend some real time. You want to have a nice dinner at the Capitol Grill, getting the seafood tower and the nice juicy steak. and of course deserve to have the longest meeting possible. But if that's not enough time, then you would be willing to rent a private jet. Maybe Alex will pilot it for you and fly anywhere in the world to have the longest meeting possible with Alex or David. So let's kick it off with Monica. And Monica, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Alex?
For Alexander, he came off like right off the bat, very credible, very knowledgeable. And given the space of aircrafts, obviously the attention to detail and his knowledge of the space would be super important, and obviously safety. So to me, he just came off very solid, very credible. He was very articulate. So I definitely would not want to go to see the dentist instead of talking to Alexander again.
Beautiful. And so what is that next step, Monica?
Oh, I would definitely pull him in and have other key people in the company meet with him and talk to them and see if they like him also. But I would definitely give him that opportunity.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
And how about your 30 seconds of feedback for David?
For David, what's great is he has that classic Southern charm. He's very warm, and you know, when you're talking about real estate, also you want someone who is able to speak well and have that credibility also. I loved when he asked MSA about the vision, when he just like jumped into like, do you envision yourself doing that? And that was just great to jump into that. Also, because it's real estate, the fact that he's local and he obviously knows the area, I think is super important, because like they say, location, location, location for real estate. So I thought that was really important too, that he's local, he's experienced. And so again, I would definitely want to have more meetings with him and pull him in and learn more about how he would be able to help me.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Thank
you for that, Monica. Oh.
Yes, thank you for that, Monica. And let's go, Glenn. Glenn, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for David? Just unmute for us, Glenn.
Sorry about that. Yeah, with David, with real estate, as well at the moment, my daughter's looking for real estate, looking for a place now at the moment herself. So, but when he come across saying with the location, that was the part with my daughter, that's what she's mainly looking for, is a good location. So the way he comes across with that location, I thought was absolutely fantastic. And and I agree with Monica, his knowledge on the area and on the real estate was absolutely incredible. I definitely listen to him and go with what he had to say, for sure.
Cool.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Glenn. And then Glenn, let's go your 30 seconds of feedback for Alex.
Alex, running a private jet. I tell you, I've never been in a private jet, but I'd love to go in one. That's for sure. Once again, your knowledge on that field was incredible. I thought it was, and the way you got Esme to sort of agree with what you were doing, and how you could get her to do it as well, I thought was incredible. So most definitely, I would be very interested in dealing with you and the company for sure. I thought it was fantastic.
Awesome. Next step, what are we looking at, Glenn? A little cup of coffee, maybe it's a beautiful meal. Yeah, private jet, I'm hearing, or what's the scoop?
The next step would be probably a meal and talk more. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Glenn. Rita, I think, and Esme, over to you.
It is. Let's go, Esme, your 30 seconds of feedback for Alex, please.
Right off the bat, he knew exactly how to guide me and how to, basically in like fixing the plane that was broken, which obviously, I mean, is causing me to get to my destination safely. So his professionalism was present, and yeah, absolutely. I mean, right off the bat, he knew what he was talking about and asking the right questions to get to what he needed to execute as soon as possible.
Cool. Well, thank you for that, Esme. Next step.
Next step would be a mocha chocolate.
What nice, Bella. Read a little caffeine flowing, Bella.
Little caffeine is flowing. And then Esme, your 30 seconds of feedback for David, please.
What I liked about David was he asked questions right away. So he wanted to know what was important to me as an investor. And after he found out what is important, he painted the picture of how it would look like partnering up with other investors to invest in that property and what the possibilities were. So that definitely helped getting to that buyer's decision and open listening.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Esme. And I think you know that Bella Rita thinks she's got the right to put me on the hot seat. Esme, for you, I'll do it. Bella, over to you.
Yes, that is absolutely true. And for everyone, this is the time of the show that I have the honor and the privilege of putting my co-host in the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about. Esme, I have 2 scenarios for you today to choose from. You can choose one of my scenarios for Sean to go from hello to yes on, or you can change anything about the scenarios, or you can scrap them all together and come up with something much harder on your own. Are you ready to hear what I have for today?
Absolutely. Can't wait.
So option number 1 is, I know David is looking to raise some money for his real estate project, but I would like to see his rap career take a comeback. So option number 1 is Sean would role play David going from hello to yes with Jay-Z to produce a rap album for him and for all the proceeds to go to his real estate investment. So that is option number 1, Esme. And then option number 2 is last week, we did take a private jet from Newark to Utah. So we're going to pretend that Sean is or Alexander is the pilot of that plane. We need a part, and Sean will role play the role of Alex going from hello to yes, with the pilot being the supplier of that plane, that part of that plane that we need to get off the ground. So those are the 2 options I have for you. Esme, either one of those tickle your fancy?
Absolutely. Let's go with option number 1 and raise some money with Jay-Z.
All right. So Sean, what the fun fact that you missed is David in high school had a rap band, and he sold his rap albums for $5 in his school and neighboring schools. I tried to get him to rap to us, but he wasn't up for that. But he is raising money for a new real estate project. So we'll go from hello to yes with Jay to produce an album to raise funds for the real estate project. And Esme, who would you like to play the role of Jay-Z?
Let's go, Monica.
Monica, are you up for playing Jay-Z?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Awesome, Monica. I'm blind. Do you guys look alike, Monica?
No.
Oh, okay. So Bella, so the yeses with Jay-Z are getting raise money for the real estate project. What's the raising it through the sale of?
Produce an album for David. So David's bringing back his rap career. And so David's coming out with a new rap album. We're asking Jay-Z's production company to be the producer of the album for free so that all proceeds go to the real estate investment.
Got it. Okay. And the real estate project, David, is where? So what's the real estate project?
It was going to be kind of like a multi-use district, but combining residential and office and industrial, light industrial.
Okay, and where is it?
In Louisiana.
Okay, and so it's going to help the community, bring business, jobs, that sort of thing?
Correct.
Awesome. Okay, hello, is Mr. Jay-Z available?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, and I'm not quite sure, this is David. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today, and how shall I best refer to you, sir?
You can call me Jay-Z.
Well, thank you very much for that, Jay-Z. I know that you know who you are. I just want you to know that I know who you are, and I'm super grateful to have this opportunity. I will keep it 2 or 3 minutes. So, with the 2 minutes and 45 seconds or so we have remaining, Jay-Z, if I could ask, what prompted your team and you to say yes to this conversation? I'm deeply honored. I know how busy you are, but what was the why behind it, sir?
Um, the team member that brought it to me was very passionate about it, given that there is that community aspect to serve the Louisiana area, especially given the, what happened with Katrina. So that's an area of interest for me to help that local community.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And Jay-Z, I've certainly heard your music. You're a master of masters. I've read your books. I understand your speaking. But if I could ask, like, the why that keeps driving you, I'm hearing charity, caring for the community in Louisiana. But what's your overall why, Jay-Z, please? Because I don't want to just pitch you something and talk about something, but I just want to know where you're coming from. But what keeps you going at this point?
Well, I think it could be a win-win situation if we can give someone an opportunity as an artist while at the same time helping the community. At this point in my career, obviously money's not an issue. I have a lot of money. I definitely, at this point, am looking more towards philanthropic endeavors and just more of that, given that, on the business side, I'm cool. I got everything, I got everything I want. My businesses are doing great. So I am kind of interested in that community, giving back to the community.
Cool. Well, thank you for that. So, from that place of community impact, uplifting people, can I share a couple of things in our final minute, Jay-Z, that may or may not resonate with you?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So thank you for the consideration and putting this album together. I think there's some real skill sets that I possess there, but I'm not expecting you to believe it at face value. I certainly have some recordings and demos to show, but that's not really what this conversation's about at the core. As you're articulating, what it really is about at the core is community development and the impact this would have on the Louisiana community. But I want to most importantly make sure that I'm present to your risk for your fame and identity, and to have some insurance, some downside protection on your support of me. I've met through this amazing woman, Esme, these folks from Unblinded, and maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. They've raised money uniquely for people like Tony Robbins and others that I want to propose to you a follow-up 30-minute meeting, Jay-Z, with your team to vet this proposal. But what we'd be proposing to you is, yes, the production of our album, my album, complimentary, all the proceeds going to this real estate project. We'd be proposing a portion of that for you, Jay-Z, and also a guarantee of $1 million fundraise with some thoughts on how we go about doing it. We'd have to agree on that for your charity being driven by the team from Esme and Unblinded. So simply put, Jay-Z, the question is, because we're not asking you to do something for nothing, we want you to be a part of this community redevelopment. We want you to have a portion of the for-profit project and to have your charitable fundraising outcomes guaranteed $1 million. So, Jay-Z, how would it resonate with you or not to have a 30-minute follow-up conversation with you and or your team so we can get all this in place? And respectfully, I don't think there's any way that you lose. So, Jay-Z, what say you, sir?
Yeah, I really like that because truthfully, thinking about an artist out of New Orleans, in this rap hip hop space, obviously it's New York City and California more well known for those kind of artists, and it would be a little bit of an uphill to get that kind of audience for someone out of New Orleans. So I really like the idea of having that of your proposal of having that kind of safety net of where we still, try to help people and not just looking at the pure business side.
Awesome. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And shall I set that up with your assistant, Tom, that set this meeting up for today?
Yes, that would be perfect.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Jay-Z, and we'll see you soon. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Out of role, Monica, how'd I do as David having a conversation with Jay-Z? You're wonderful, Jay-Z.
Thank you. No, that was great because that's the first thing I thought of. I mean, I'm from New York City. I'm from the Bronx. So thinking of, yeah, New Orleans rapping, like that just doesn't.
Oh,
That
y'all forget about Lil Wayne and Master P. Come on. Come on. We got some talent down here. Hey, this is the birthplace of jazz. We know music down here.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. I think jazz, and I definitely think of that kind of stuff more than rap. So yeah, so I love the fact, Sean, that you brought in that opportunity for the philanthropic with Unblinded, because that just definitely put a bow on it and a spark to it. That was perfect.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Monica, thanks for sitting in the feedbacker seat and being here today. And Monica, how was your time on Esme's Heart of Influence?
Oh, this has been great. This has been really, really interesting. I love my themes for this year are expansion and transformation and just abundance. So I love being around people of a certain level of energy and ambition and heart, especially the heart center. That really resonates with me. Yeah.
So, well, thank you. Appreciate that, Monica, for being here. And David, thanks for letting me be you. Thanks for jumping in the participant seat. Wonderful work. Sensing from the vibe and the feedback you got.
Emily off.
Emily off. And
Sorry.
David, and David, please, how was your time? How did I think was you? And how was your time in the Heart of Influence?
I thought you did a very good job as being me, and I had a good time. It was fun. I'm glad I got to meet everybody on here, and I had fun doing the role playing and whatnot. And yeah, had a good time. Thank you.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that very, very much. Alex, thanks for joining us in that participant seat as well. And Alex, how was your time today on Esme's Heart of Influence?
Something totally new to me. I mean, I'm just briefly introduced to this call, telling me unprepared to come along and meet people, like-minded people. So I mean, I'm out in business for the last 20 plus years in my field, and always wanna make sure to put my stamp down, my name in front of customers, not representing the company behind me all the time, because company just can say, okay, that's it, you're gone, and without making yourself a name out there, having the knowledge as well needed for stepping into the next role is very beneficial. Yeah, thanks
Awesome.
a lot for that. Yeah.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Your presence here today. And let us go. Glenn, thank you for being on Esme's Heart of Influence today. And Glenn, in that feedbacker seat, how was your time today?
Yeah, I mean, like Alex, I wasn't sure what to expect with this, so because I've never done anything like this before. But from what I've got so far, I've really enjoyed it. I've learned quite a bit actually, and somehow I hope to be able to move it into what I do as well. So yeah, definitely, most definitely in helping, because I'm into helping people. So
sure,
that's what I'm doing with their health. So that's exactly what I want to learn more about, how I can sort of introduce that even better.
Well, principles of causing yes are universal, Glenn, and appreciate your growth mindset, heart-centeredness, and being here today. So thank you.
Thank you.
Esme, you made this all possible. This woman, with her commitment to both the mind, body, actualization dynamics of life, is a really unique soul. So growth-minded, so heart-centered, so integrous, and so committed to mastery. Esme, thank you so much for everything that you do for people, everything you do in the abundant space. And Esme, any final from you for today?
Thank you so much for always hosting, and super grateful for the experience and making this a powerful experience, Sean, and bringing this work to the world. Thank you, Bella, for always your incredible scenarios and the fun energy that you bring and leading, and your amazing energy that fills the room. Great job, and congratulations to all the courageous participants and thoughtful feedbackers. And don't forget about the great, incredible gifts that have been dropped for you in the chat. And really take advantage of what you've received today, as it holds so much value and it might just change your life.
Awesome. Esme, thank you. Thank you so much for that. And yes, couple gifts, our group influence book. A lot of folks read books just to have a book. This, I don't do anything just to have a thing done. I couldn't find where to understand the science that often looks like magic of human beings creating yes in their leadership, management, in their recruitment, in their fundraising for profit, not for profit, in the selling and marketing. How do you masterfully cause yes to profoundly and uniquely cause outcomes so different from other people? And that's what this book is all about. That's our gift to you. And second, where do you apply that book? What do you point it at? How do you have your group influence not just be what do you shoot videos and post them online, have a few conversations in front of people? No, but how do you build, grow, scale impactfully and exponentially to move your mission forward? We have a session that's offered for all you fine folks here today that will help you understand where to point that influence at to advance your missions. And those are our gifts for you. And Bella Verita, your final, because we met you here. Please.
You did meet me here, and that was a incredible yes that you got 4 years ago. And so they want to thank everybody for being here. The show really is about connecting with each other, and so definitely connect with each other, see where the relationships can go. So this isn't just some show that you were on; it actually produces something. And definitely take that business acceleration session, because even if you could take one thing away on that, it can make all the difference in the world in your business. So thank you all. And Sean, back to you.
Well, Rita, thank you for that. Esme, such gratitude, and definitely connect up with each other. Esme worked hard to put this all together, and hopefully this is not our last conversation. But if it is, we end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind, which I am, but I am so certain that the possibilities to accelerate our missions, our visions, our purposes, those accelerants are so often right here in front of us, the non-linear but exponential ones right here. But at some level, Bella, Rita, Esme, at some level, we are all blind
and just learning to